At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Xavier Worthy now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Blowing back, it's the handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Andrews has it, working downfield. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They pick up a 34 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Jack Jones making that tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
Putting a receiver in motion. To the air, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's third down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on third down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, that one went right through.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Running left with Bigsby. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets him around 6 there. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Let's go.
Look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Well, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, go!
They'll throw for it. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready up!
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Come on, set! 70 Lion! 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger!
He's going to throw it. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go! 19, come!
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. Force a 4th down.
Gay's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Worthy now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Xavier Worthy on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, Ridley!
Give now to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Man in motion here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. Racing down the left side. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs break the tie here in the 1st. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They gain 11 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
We've set it downs from 37. First and 10, looking to throw. Complete to his back, Tank Bigsby. He gets loose down the right side. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here. From the red zone on 1st. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it.
No gain on the play.
They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel. Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Worthy now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it downfield working the left. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he has him right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down and run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Running back motions right. Now it's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Yellow.
Motioning the tight end left. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. This one from 47 yards away. Butker knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The give now out of the shotgun. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Has his man. It stops. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Dump off caught by his back. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
He's going to throw it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Come on, set. Hawks, 7, Hawks.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. backfield. He's got Wilson. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Gay with the point after. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 17. Chiefs 13.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Worthy now to return it. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
After the incompletion, second and 10, still from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the line, here's third and 3. Back to throw, Mahomes. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 43. Motioning left is their running back. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Second and 3 now. Back to the air, Mahomes. Setting up the running back screen. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady. Easy.
To the air on third and long. Finds his back complete. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10.
60 by 60.
Now throw to start the drive. Taking a shot deep here. That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
39 yards.
The Steelers use their third and final timeout.
First down.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
The 26-yard line.
Ready up.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Working quickly here.
15 yards on the play. That's another Steelers.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Ready.
Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw on third and 1. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues from Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead to 8. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Worthy now to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. Back quickly to Wilson. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. A give right side. Here's Bigsby. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the 37-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. I'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Steelers set to punt it. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Man in motion, headed right. A 2nd down throw from Mahomes. Hits his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and just 2 to go. This does not get it. Looked in short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. Trying to push this past the marker. 1st down and more past the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. So 21 yards and the 1st. What a call to go for it there on 4th.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Play action, Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Robinson. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a 1st. They're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Pistol now for Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Now they send their back in motion right. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Last 2 passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw Mahomes. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Unable to connect with his running back. And that brings up 4th and goal.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic. They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here comes Austin. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
18 Cardinal. Cougar 19.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches.
19 Tiger.
They're going to try and throw it here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 8 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
Defenders in the
line.
area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And this run is going to push it inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 34-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They run it again with Bigsby. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Third and just 2 to go. Again, it's Bigsby. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the UT. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
18-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They give up the gun to Bigsby. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be 2nd down.
Brought down by Nick Bolton. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 16-yard line.
The middle they go with Bigsby. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Into traffic, complete! And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, I like the completions. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. A very short kick here from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Okay, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Worthy now to return it. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And he'll go out of bounds with more than half the work done. Offensive enemy territory to begin the series at the 45-yard line.
In his mind, when he hit the Jets and hit that right sideline, he thought he had himself a touchdown. He beat the coverage unit clean, and there was a whole bunch of green grass. Still, an excellent return to be proud of, and really setting this offense up now for some success.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. I'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down, Chiefs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Quick to the left, it's caught. And this gets him well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Going with Bigsby here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Lasers this one deep down the middle. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Noah Williams.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. A gain of 9 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
Two timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's first and 10. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Chiefs, 8 points behind. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. To throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready? Cougar 19. 19, Tiger 19.
Running right is Bigsby. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12. From the gun, it's again to Bigsby. He's going to get him 7 there. It's third down coming up. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here they go, getting set for third and 4.
Tag. 70 Timberwolf.
Carry here for Bigsby. And he's dropped just short the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And hey, we see how under the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
A gain of 14.
Setting up to pass.
Kansas City.
Big game continuing here for Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
One final shot here. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.